Chris Watkin here with Glyn Trott, who's the MD of AgentOS, formerly LetMC, whose CRM system works for 500 estate agencies with about 1,200 branches. I've known Glyn now for 5, 6 years, and he's come into the office today to come onto the prop show and have some serious questions. And I said I'd do him an out-and-out video about AgentOS. He's not paid me a penny to do this, but I just said that I would find out exactly what makes AgentOS so different so you can use it as you see fit. How does that sound? As I said, I'm not being paid for this, but I've known Glyn for ages. I know lots of clients of mine who use it, and they talk really highly of your system. So
Thank you.
Talk to me. What is AgentOS?
AgentOS is operating system, so part of it is the CRM, but it then does the management, the accounts, the sales, the progression, the chain management. What's really fundamentally different to us is we've been very open from the beginning, so we've created the APIs and we connect as much PropTech as we can, and we'll always keep doing that. Second part is very much listen to my customers, so I've democratized software requests. I've put it up on a lead board, people put the requests in, and my client base vote for it, and I'm constantly looking at the top 10.
Okay. So you're not going to sell out to Zoopla or anyone else like that, like the rest of the buggers?
I love what I do. Lots of people ask me this question, and funny enough, new customers come in and ask me this. I genuinely love listening to the problem. I get up every morning listening to the problems that need solving, coming up with solutions, and that's my focus. And if I did sell out, what would I do? Pretty unemployable at the moment.
Probably. So what are the biggest issues that agents approach you with on why they should, what their current CRM lets them down on, and what you can do, and what are the biggest issues? So let's start off. What are the biggest issues that other CRMs don't do for agents?
Continually develop, because we are facing a lot more problems. So the development, while it's not trivia, they're not continually really pushing out releases. And that's meaning they're not solving those problems consistently and all the time and addressing it. And fundamentally, it's the people who use it who need a lot more of that development.
Often people don't like to swap CRM systems because it's hassle, especially with data migration. Are there any other issues apart from data migration why people don't swap?
Just changing your processes. This is how we do it day to day. You often do that day to day. It's because your system, your CRM system, dictated it. And something goes wrong, you'll add that. So actually, at the end of the day, your processes become really big.
Okay. What about the guys that actually do the hard work, the negs and the valuers? How do you get them to buy into swapping CRM systems?
I get them to tell me what they do day to day. Literally, what is it you do day to day? And then we show them with us, this is what it'll look like. This is no longer needed. This is different. And then within that, we say, and here are the things that you currently don't have or don't use that can help as well.
And how can you teach these negs and valuers to make these changes? Is it training days? Is it online training? Is it booklets? What is it, or all the above?
We sort of train to what suits the usually the owner, but then comes down to their people. So provide that classic classroom and on site. But we actually now have online training. We're finding that's taking off quite considerably. So,
really?
And that online training, yeah, and stays with the agent. It's always there. So every time they have a new starter, they don't necessarily have to pay us to come and train. They go and do that course. Here's your modules. Off you go.
And what makes your CRM system different to everyone else's? Because basically, it's just a big data store, aren't they?
They are, but it's what it's starting to do. So we've built in a lot more. One of our core features is Agent Watch, which is effectively prospecting and data mining. So we're doing that big data mining piece where we've mined something like 4 or 5 million listings so far to date. We work out, find the house number, and we present that in our software. So that gives you a pipeline of your competitors' listings, sales and lettings.
And lettings?
Yeah, and
wow.
Lettings. We broke the lettings challenge on that. And then that's mapping to your stock. So it's telling you if you want something that you're listing or you're managing is being listed by somebody else, if we can find it. So we're using a lot of AI now to automatically mine that data and map it to your data and bring that through. So we're just really trying to give that massive pipeline of opportunity.
Let's be honest, with all agents, there are ones at the top, mid and the bottom. What do the ones at the top do? What's your message to the people, your current clients, who feel that they don't get most out of your system, when there are other clients that are basically milking it to death and making hay where the sun shines?
I think it's very much focusing on those outcomes. Everyone says it. My clients who really constantly come back and ask me, what are others doing that works really well? Can I put it into my business? What am I not using?
Is that the exception to the rule, though?
Yeah. But I'm trying to really. I've just did a £20,000 investment on software that now helps me manage those outcomes for my clients. So it's customer success management. So I'm now analysing my clients' data, looking at the opportunities that others are doing that they are currently not using, and then my team are moving from reactive to proactive. So they're now outbound talking to users and clients and saying, did you know? What we have here is the insight, here's the process, here's the setup, and we'll set it up for you. Because we're all focused on.
Because I've not heard of that from other CRM systems that do that.
But it's in other SaaS industries, it's in other software industries. Customer success management is a big fundamental now movement.
And is that talking to the frontline guys or the bosses?
Both.
Wow.
So we measure the users, and then we measure what the outcomes.
Because a lot of agents are very competitive. So if you actually say, look, this is where you are and this is where someone else is, they can get quite competitive, can't
they? They do, and then most people share an insight. This is what they do. And as an agent, you go, that's really great, but I'm just too busy. You'll take that idea back, I'll tell my team, but then nothing. And we're taking that a step further, going, here's the process. Here, you can take it, make it your own. Here's how we set up the software. Do you want us to do this? Here's the online training. And that's detracting from software training. We're teaching them how to do something that's nothing to do with software.
Boys and girls, check out Glyn and his AgentOS team. As I said, I'm not being paid to say this, yet an awful lot of my clients do use it and love it to bits. So thank you very much, Glyn.
Cheers.